Yeah, well, good morning again, everybody. And yeah, a bit of a longer week and a longer break here. And I think we've talked about that a little bit just from a scheduling standpoint. But coming off the game Friday morning, I thought that was a fun environment. It's definitely a different type of energy and excitement when you put 8,000 plus kids in the Coliseum, but I think our players fed off of it, and we didn't play very well a year ago in that game, so we had talked about wanting to be a little bit better. I thought we played a little bit more of a complete game, obviously without JJ. Didn't know exactly how that would look, and we wanted to see who else could kind of step up and get us points and compete at the level that we needed to, and I thought we did that. So outside of the fourth quarter, I thought we did some good stuff and turned it over a little too much late. For my flavor, but as a coach, you're always trying to find ways to get a little bit better, and we'll continue to do that. We were off on the weekend, and now we're kind of a little bit more early in the week here, kind of more of we're about a third of the way into the season, so we're 10 games into a 30-plus game season, so we're kind of self-evaluating a little bit. Where are we at 10 games into this thing? What do we see coming up that might get us? How do we get a little bit better? So that's what we're doing right now, and we'll get ready to go to Temple in our first true road game of the year on Sunday, which will be good for us. And I think they were about 74, 75 in the net when I saw last, so good opportunity to go get a quality road win if we play well enough.
The latest on JJ?
Yeah, much better. She practiced yesterday, so we feel good.
But just like in practice, she heard it? Or?
No, in the Texas game.
Oh, in the Texas, okay.
Yeah, toward the end of the Texas game. So it was, we got the imaging and just needed to wait till we got it all kind of back and felt a little bit better about it. So we didn't do anything silly.
You mentioned the net. It's probably a little too early to be agonizing over it, but when you're trying to make up your schedules, are you looking a little bit at that for your non-con, or is it more on what you feel like your team can handle, what your team needs in order to develop?
Yeah, no, definitely both. No, we go through the net with every team. We go through who they have back, even if we know who they've gotten through the portal, if it's that late into scheduling. We tried to, like a lot of these teams were either conference champions or won 20-plus games a year ago, had some success, and so that was part of what we were trying to do as well. Some of it's just either location, who's interested, timing. Obviously, we've talked about finals week, so I think we missed on a couple opportunities to play this week. There just wasn't enough teams to really help us play this week. But, yeah, we go through it all, and then I think you always schedule based on the team that you think you have coming back.
When did it start hitting you that there were all of these other aspects to being a head coach? NIL, roster management, re-recruiting people, obviously scheduling, all of those. When did that become apparent to you? When did you realize that, hey, we probably need to have some specialists managing those areas?
Yeah, well, I just think in coaching in general, you adapt. We've had to adapt, and, it's 20 years of being a head coach, so it's a lot different now than it was, 20 years ago, certainly at this level versus, even the Division II. You wear many other hats, and, I think the actual basketball X and O piece is about 10%, maybe less of my job, and it's spent on a lot of other things, and that's changing even more rapidly, as you asked. So, yeah, now with NIL portal, obviously rev share and all that stuff coming up is going to even change a little bit. But really, I guess it's since COVID when this really changed. So, we're really flying at a crazy pace here in the last 3 or 4 years is where I've thought it's just really changed dramatically. But yeah, you got to adapt. The great ones adjust is what I like to say. And so if we want to be great and we want to be special, we have to be willing to adjust to whatever's thrown at us.
I'm kind of curious. You've kind of gone over the scheduling and how you just couldn't get some things to work out. So essentially you're playing 2 less games in the regular season than most schools. You did the same thing last year. As far as the net and as far as data points for the committee to look at, does that hurt at all, or maybe it helps? No,
it just depends on who you play, where you play. Yeah, there's opportunities there. I don't know if everybody plays the full max. We wanted one more was the goal, and we just couldn't get it done. But you don't just want one more, one more. You want the right one more, or the right spot, or the right opponent. And we thought we had it built, like I said, with a bunch of these conference champions. A&M was in the tournament a year ago and returned some kids. Pitt's a great rivalry game. So, when we had it on paper, we thought it looked, really, really good. We need all the teams we've played to go get as many wins as possible to make it look a little bit better. I mean, our net looks good right now. A lot of it is based off of efficiency and how you win and score and, offense, defense, those types of things. So I think the computer looks at it and it looks pretty good for now. We will have opportunities within our league to improve the resume and get quad 1, quad 2 wins, those types of things. So I think it's still in front of us. I don't know if the schedule's worked out as well as I had hoped it would when we put it together.